What is up, Red Wings fans? We have yet another losing streak to talk about for the Red Wings. Well, I guess the last video I made about their struggles wasn't really a losing streak, but more like a cold streak, since it was like 1 out of 12 games won, if I recall correctly. But it's gotten even worse. The Red Wings have gone 10 straight games without a win. I mean, I guess one thing that I can say is at least at the beginning of the losing streak, it was semi-competitive. We only lost by 1 goal in 4 straight games. But ever since that, 4-goal loss, shutout again, 5-goal loss, 3-goal loss. I mean, I guess the Capitals game was pretty competitive, but I don't know why. I just can't help but feel that the Capitals were playing down to us at least a little bit. And then against the Islanders, the most recent loss, 3-goal loss. And I mean, the Islanders, it's really sad because the Islanders just felt like they were doing everything in their power to lose that game in the second period, and we still lost by 3 goals. I bet some Red Wings fans would just view this as extremely pointless. Oh, we suck. There's no point in talking about it. I would disagree. I don't disagree that we suck. That's almost indisputable. It's not that we're just losing close games and not being able to find ways to close it out. They're just not competitive at all right now. And also, if I were just like, there's no point in talking about this, it's too easy. I don't expect a lot of you to understand it, but it's too easy to just say, oh, we suck. There's no point in talking about it. That's the easy way out. But yeah, let's seriously talk about this a little bit. In this slide on the left, I have the stat being displayed. Then in the middle column, that is what the stat has been for the last 10 games. And on the right column, that is what the Red Wings season average is. The Red Wings were already ranked 31st in goals per game. But during this losing streak, we're averaging even less goals than we already were. And we were already dead last. Goals for the opponent per game are up. We were already dead last in that, and we've gotten even worse. We've gotten less shots. We've allowed a little bit more shots. I mean, our face-offs are better, if that's a bright spot, I guess. Our power play was already not good, but 7.1% in the last 10 games. We're almost double as bad as we already were on the power play right now. The penalty kill has actually been better during this losing streak, surprisingly, than it has been on the season. And the save percentages, we were already dead last in save percentage, and it's gotten even worse during this losing streak. As you can all see, everything's just going so horribly wrong right now. Now, one player we absolutely have to talk about is Dylan Larkin. What in the world is going on with Dylan Larkin? On the season, he has 7 goals, 11 assists, and 18 points. That's already disappointing in its own right. But during these last 10 games, he's got 1 goal, 2 assists, and 3 points. Last season, it looked like he was on the verge of becoming a superstar. 32 goals, 41 assists, 73 points. I mean, maybe not a superstar, but a star at the bare minimum. He was about to become a star player in this league. But right now, he's only on pace for 19 goals, 31 assists, and 50 points. This is almost a topic that deserves its own video to be dedicated to it. I'm not going to spend as much time on this right now as I will on that video if I make it. But yeah, Larkin, what's going on with you, man? Now, I'll let you, the viewer, decide if these are bright spots or not, because there might not be any bright spots during this losing streak. But Robbie Fabry, good pickup by Steve Yzerman for now. 3 goals, 3 assists, and 6 points during this losing streak. Tyler Bertuzzi, he's got himself 4 goals in this losing streak. And he's also got 6 points. Philip Zadina, I don't know if you'd really consider it the brightest of spots, but it's always good to see your high draft pick get on the stat sheet in any way they can. Now, during this losing streak, you can honestly blame whoever you want, and I don't even know if I can really argue against you. You can blame the coaching, you can blame the players, you can blame the GM, you can blame ownership, and blah, blah, blah. Me personally, I'd probably go like 60% of this is on the coaching staff, and then 40% of it is on the players. Man, I've become too much like Luke G's field review since I met him. Shout out to you, Luke G. I blame too much of this on the coaching staff. I mean, in all honesty, I can't really sit up here and say that Blashill's got a bunch of talent to work with and he's just wasting a bunch of talented players, because he's not. I mean, we got players that can't execute a basic pass. They just can't execute anything. And then when they try to execute, they're not good enough to execute. I mean, I don't know who would say this, but either Yzerman or Blashill has got to go in that locker room and just go like, you players have got to start giving me a reason to keep you on this team, because right now you're not giving me a reason to keep you on this team. You're not looking good out there. You're embarrassing yourselves or something like that. And honestly, I don't know why anyone would blame this on Yzerman, because he just got here and he inherited a pretty nasty mess. And it's not exactly a black and white way to clean this mess up, because we have some bad contracts right now. The Nielsen contract, the Applicator contract. You can't just wiggle yourself out of this. It's not quite that simple. But I guess just know brighter days are ahead eventually. I know it's super bleak right now. This is really rough. I haven't experienced anything this rough with the Red Wings in a long time. Honestly, not in a long time, just ever. I don't even remember the last time they lost 10 games in a row. I mean, I don't recall a time where they were literally on pace to be the worst team in the NHL. But just know brighter days are ahead eventually. When will they come? I have no idea. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think we should do to clean up the Red Wings' struggles? When will the losing streak end? Yeah, just let me know in the comments below, I guess. And if you are a Detroit Red Wings fan or just a Detroit sports fan, there's more Detroit sports fans linked in the description, including Luke G, who I talked about a second ago. He talks Lions football. And then the other guys just talk about other Detroit sports too. You won't be disappointed. And then we also do the round table where we talk about Lions football on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we also do Above the Rim where we talk Detroit Pistons. So, yeah, if you like Detroit sports, you might want to go check all the links in the description out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed.